did you lose your faith at? That's what I want to talk about, right? Real quick. And like, what's up, Key? What you doing, Key? What you got going on later on today? What's going on, Ryan? I want to speak on this because let me tell you something. Sometimes, hold on. Okay, so boom, let's check this out. A lot of times in life, when you've been praying, a lot of times in life when you've been praying for something, and then it end up coming into your life, it end up manifesting. You speak things into existence. I got you, Ronnie. Hit me up. When you start speaking things in existence, and these things come into your life, when they come into your life, at some point you get a little too relaxed. It happened to me personally. It happened to me. But listen, hold on. Where did you lose your faith at? Where did you lose your faith is the message I want to speak on. Where did you lose your faith? It's so easy to pray when everything is going okay. But when everything is in shambles and turmoil, we tend to be mad at the Most High, or we feel like we can't turn to the Most High. But at some point, it only happens that way because you forget. You forget what he done, when he done it, how he done it, what he removed from your life, who he replaced and put in your life, what position he put you in, what job he gave you, the chaos he removed from your life, the noise he moved out of your ear, the mentality that he gave you back that the enemy was trying to rob you of, the joy that he gave you back that the enemy was trying to rob you of, the peace that you was almost being robbed of. Listen to me. The self-control that you lost in a moment. Listen to me. At some point, even when he restored and do all those things for you, sometimes you get so far up, you tend to forget who done it. And when that happens, you're not even realizing he looking at that as you lost faith in me. You lost faith in me. You used him. I don't even want to say you used him. You was in a place in your life to where you knew you had to lean on him. You knew you had to have the faith in order to get where it is that you got. In order to get in the position that you ended up in, to get the peace back. Did you forget? Where did you lose the faith? Because when you lost the faith, what you started doing is you started relying on self. I've done it. I've done it so many times to where you get in a place in your life where it's like, man, I need the Most High to do this. I need the Most High to do that. I need you to show me this. I need vision for that. I need instruction for this. And you seeking. He said he reward those who diligently. The scripture says he reward those who diligently seek him. And at some point in your life, you diligently seeking. And then once he started to give it to you and it started to manifest, you take a step back and you're not even realize, where did your faith go? Where did your faith go at? Man, I was going through my other phone the other day. I was going through my other phone, and when I'm strolling through the phone, I went back 2 years ago. And I do this all the time because it helped me motivate. It helped motivate me, and it helped me correct myself. It helped me look at myself. I went back 2 years ago, and I looked at how much traveling I was doing, how much I was out, how social I was, how active I was, how much grind I had, how much motivation I had, how much determination I had. I looked at how hard and how strong I was pushing. And when I looked at them pictures, I even looked different. You know what I'm saying? I even looked different. You could tell. When it comes to clothes and all of those, I have it, but I'm not big on I just have to. But when I was looking at it, I was like, where did that go? That's what I was saying. I said, man, where did that go at? It's like I lost it. But then I had to come to the conclusion of, where did my faith go at though? Where did my faith go? I said, man, at some point, because of where he brought me to and what he pulled me out of, I got so comfortable. I started getting complacent. And then when you get complacent, get what you started? You started to get stagnant. When you start to get stagnant, get what you're going to eventually start doing? You're going to stop moving. And when you do all that, what you not realizing, the faith, you don't put your faith on pause. You don't literally put your faith on pause. Because at some point, when you stop moving like that, at some point, you don't stop believing it. And if you don't, listen to me, if you, without faith, it is impossible to please him. So if you don't stop moving, you don't stop pleasing him. And if you don't stop pleasing him, it's because where did the faith go? I got so comfortable. I started looking around. Listen, the balcony shot is nice. I come from nothing. You know what I'm saying? I come straight out of the project. I've been in and out of trouble pretty much my whole life. When I was 14, 15, I've always been in the street. I always been in the hood. I always had the tow gun. I always done sold dope. I always done kicked doors. I done stole cars. You name it. I done did it in and out of juvie. As I'm in juvie, I'm still living the same life. Get out of juvie, go to jail. When I'm in jail, I'm living the same life. Get out of jail, go to prison, living the exact same life. Then I come home, and I've been home 5 years. Let me tell you something. I've been home 5 years. My first 2 years was a grind. It was a grind. Didn't nobody give me nothing when I came home. My homeboys didn't pull up on me giving me hundreds of dollars like they try to make it like when they on the music. When y'all listening to the music and they tell them our homeboy just came home, we came home, we gave him 5 bands, we gave him. Didn't nobody pull up on me and give me nothing. I had maybe 2-3 people pull up on me and give me a little something. That wasn't nothing. You know what I'm saying? I'm grateful for it, but I'm saying it wasn't nothing compared to the sacrifice that I felt I made for the streets. And see, the commercial break me real quick, please. And see, that's a nugget I want to drop right there. Because people make it like it's a badge of honor to do what it is you do in the streets and live the way that you live. Then go to prison. And then when you come home, they don't treat you that way. They don't treat you. They don't come bearing gifts when you get out of prison. We're gonna tell you why. Because majority of them broke. Their life is still messed up. They still doing the same thing you was doing before you went in. They ain't even got nothing to offer you. The sacrifices you done made to be called real, it ain't worth it. Because when you go in there and when you come back out, you gonna see you did all of that for nothing. You missed out on your child life, which I did 10 years straight. Didn't get to see my child for 10 years straight. Barely even got to talk to her. All in the name of I'm doing it for the streets. I'm doing it for the hood. I'm doing it for this and I'm doing it for that. Guess what? Missed 10 years of my daughter's life for nothing. My mama, I didn't see my mama for 10 years straight. The whole time I'm sitting in prison, and then these folks at home talk about, oh, he a real one. I didn't see my mama for 10 years straight. Come to find out, guess what it was for? Nothing. Matter of fact, I didn't see none of, listen, this facts. I didn't see none of my family the whole 10 years until the last 6 months. I seen my sister the last 6 months of my prison sentence. I didn't see none of my family. I did the whole 10, the whole stretch, and then come home to everybody who was saying that I was real, everybody who was saying I was this, everybody who was saying I was that. Guess what? They ain't had nothing in hand. They ain't had nothing in hand. And so when if you're thinking you taking a major, you making a major sacrifice to be called a real one, you doing it for nothing. But look, check this out, check this out, check this out, check this out. So as I'm scrolling through my phone and I see all of this, and then after I done been through everything that I done been through in life, like even right now, I look around my apartment right now. Everything is mine. And I say that the way I say it because I put emphasis on it because I'm proud of me. I'm proud of me at this point. Everything I have is mine. Everything I have, I paid for. I didn't have to steal it. I ain't have to rob nobody for it. I ain't have to finesse nobody for it. Everything that I built, I know it comes straight from the king. That car down there is mine. The insurance, I pay for it. The furniture in here, I pay for it. The rent over here, I pay for it. My daughter, if she needs something, I'm going to take care of it. I'm not doing nothing I don't have no business doing to get what it is that I have. These TVs I have on the wall, see, people get caught up in the size of the TV. Now, my size is nice, don't get it twisted. But when I look at the TV, I'm able to, I did that. You see this design in here, all this over, I did that. So when I walk through the door, you know what I'm saying, I'm pleased with myself at this point because I did that. I come from nothing. I come from nothing. And the majority of the people that I know back home, they don't have this. And I ain't talking about the material. Let's get into it. They don't have this. They don't have the peace that I have to be able to enjoy this. They don't have the joy that I have to be able to enjoy this. They don't have the self-control. When I walk into my apartment, it's peace in here. It's comfort in here. It's security in here. I'm not worried about no police. I'm not worried about looking over my shoulder. I'm not paranoid. When I go to my garage to get in my car, I'm not worried about somebody robbing me. So when I walk into my apartment, listen to me. It's a different kind of peace. They don't have that. You know why? Because majority of them, a lot of people don't have that peace. For one, because their priorities messed up and they struggling when it comes to paying their bills, because they having to go work at a 9 to 5 who barely paying them. The Most High gave me a gift. And the gift is tied into a purpose. And when I tied them and when I come to understand that they coincide together and I made them work, I understand the scripture when they say, listen to me, your gift will make room for you and bring you before great men. I've watched that manifest in my life. Most people don't have the peace that I believe I have, because for one, they still living check to check. You struggling to have to get even though you living somewhere, whether it be rent or it be mortgage, you struggling to take care of that. You can't have the kind of peace that you need to have when you know you still scraping and struggling in order to maintain it. It's a different type of peace. It's a different kind of peace when you can lay up, when you lay on your couch or you lay in your bed and you're not concerned. It's not a worry. Even when you go to Matthew, when they talk about not worrying, because the birds of the earth, they know where they're gonna eat at. They know where they're gonna lay their head at. He said not to be worried. He said, seek ye first his kingdom and his righteousness. He said, and all things will be added unto you. When I sit back and the people, and this is for the people who always question and worrying about the Most High, if he this and if he that. A lot of times, the reason why things ain't manifesting and working the way that they working is because you're not working the word the way that he said you needed to work it. Because he said his word won't turn back to him. He said his word won't come back to him for. So when he say, listen, when he say, seek ye first his righteousness and his kingdom, and all things will be added unto you, it had nothing to do with you being perfect. See, that's what most people get twisted. You thinking you got to be perfect. No. He says, seek ye first the kingdom and his righteousness. It's a seeking. And when you seeking, it's a practice. It's a practice of becoming better. It's not saying that you perfect. It's a practice of continuing to turn away from the things that's hindering you, things that's holding you back, things that you know that don't please him. It's a practice of getting away from them things. And so when I watch that manifest into my life, so when I walk in and I look over my balcony, it's a different view for me. It's a different view for me, because the first thing I'm looking at is that I'm looking to the sky. Because listen, I know that's where my help coming from. I'm looking like, man, this is beautiful. Like, this is great. This is great. But then over the last couple of months, like I said, where did your faith go? I had to ask myself that. It's okay, because he said his burden is light and his yoke is easy. Listen, he said the burden is light and the yoke is easy. But sometimes we get too comfortable. You get too comfortable. And when you get too comfortable, you're not realizing your faith knob is starting to dial down. Your faith knob, you starting to turn your faith knob down. And when you're going to get to a point of where he going to be looking like you quit believing. You got what you wanted. You in a better place in life, better position in life. You even built up your spirit, man. But you quit believing once you got to a certain place. See, this is what happened to me. I was fighting so hard to get out of the life that I was in and get away from the environment and atmosphere I was in. Once he brought me out of that atmosphere, I felt like I could relax and quit fighting. Not realizing that to every level is a different devil. Once I get to this level, I can't quit fighting. Because guess what? If you keep fighting and keep believing and keep having the faith, you're going to keep moving up. And so I got to this point and it was like, man, let me relax for a little minute. And I realized I relaxed too long. I relaxed too long. I said, now wait a minute. But it's cool though, because I don't mind. I'm grateful that he even showed me, okay, you done chill long enough. It's time for you to move around. It's time for you to do, you need to do this, you need to do that, you need to do this. You can't just sit. You can't, too many people sit in the blessing. You know what I'm saying? You sit in the blessing and that's it. Like you stop. You sit in the blessing. This apartment right here, it's a blessing. And it get to a point where I'm just sitting in the blessing, no longer working it, no longer working it, no longer working it. And so my question to you was, what did you lose your faith in? Was it because you got comfortable? Huh? Was it because you got brought out of the atmosphere or a situation, and once you got brought out of the atmosphere of this situation, you was okay where you landed at? Where did you lose your faith? Did you get everything that you was asking for, and then at that point, what's up, chat dog? What you got going on? What you got going on? You get to a point of where it's like, you know what? I'm cool right here. What do you want to stop growing? Is it because you some people just cool with where they at? You cool with stopping growing? What did you lose your faith at? I know where I lost mine at. I started getting comfortable. And once who was that right there? Sassy Dreams. Oh, what's up? Where you been at? I ain't seen you on the live in a bit. That ain't even who I thought it was. But what's up, Sassy Dreams? What you got going on? But look, where you lose your faith at? Where you losing it? Because you lost it somewhere. You dropped it out somewhere. You dropped it. You got arrogant. You got arrogant. You know what I'm saying? That's a good one. That's a good one. That's a good one because you dropped it off somewhere. You drop it off somewhere. That person said they never lost it. And now, listen, Ed, appreciate that. It ain't everybody in the scripture somewhere, you know what I'm saying, started dealing with a faith issue. You know what I'm saying? I ain't saying, listen, I ain't saying you completely lost it, but at some point it's not as strong. It's not, your desire is not as strong. Life hit. For anybody who can say they have a consistency in their faith life, if you have the same kind of consistency in your faith life, I ain't gonna believe it. Because life happened, bill happened, family happened, death happened. You know what I'm saying? Struggles happen, finance problems happen, things happen within your things that you don't understand happen. Like life hits you to the point where it's just like, man, you know what I'm saying? And you lose it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But yeah, that's yeah, depression, like certain things happen, you know what I'm saying? Things happen, man. Entitlement, that's a good one. Entitlement happens, you know what I'm saying? That's a good one. Like it's like somewhere something hits you, you know what I'm saying? And it puts you in a place. You know, some people, I consider myself to have a decent relationship with the Most High. I can go weeks at a time sometimes without saying a prayer though. Like that ain't saying that I don't believe, but you know what I'm saying? Sometimes the way life, you wake up, boom, your day started, before you know it, your day is over. You ain't even talk to the king. Like we go through that. Like you go through that. Like that's just the human condition in us. You know what I'm saying? But look though, I gotta take care of something. That's what's up. I gotta take care of something real quick, man. If you ain't got the book, you go get the book. Link is in the bio. JTB3.org. Hey, who is that right there? Hold on 1 second. Hold on, one time for the one time. Hey, I might get back. I'm gonna check my IG. I might get back on here in about an hour or so. I need to take care of something real quick. I got some business to do.